Let me tell you something nobody in the self help industry wants you to hear. Motivation is not the answer, it never was. Every motivational story video you watched, every book you read, every quote you saved on your phone, did it change anything? Or did it make you feel like it did? Because there is a difference, a massive one. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Stay with me because what I am about to tell you, I learned the hard way. Not from a book, not from a guru, from cramps, broken knees, and days when my own body told me to stop. And I didn't. Let me ask you something, and I want you to answer it honestly. Name one person you know, one person you admire, one company, one business that achieves something exceptional by being comfortable. I will wait. The number is zero. It has always been zero. It always will be zero. Because the cost of achieving something real is your comfort. That is the price. Not money, not talent, not the right moment. Your comfort. And here's what the motivation industry figured out comfort is addictive. Watching a video that makes you feel good costs you nothing. Taking actual action costs you everything. So they sell you the feeling, the pump, the rush, the 2 hours of dopamine that makes you feel like you are moving while you are sitting completely still. And I did this for years, every night, one video after another, feeling unstoppable, waking up in the exact same place. Because your brain cannot tell the difference between watching someone achieve something and achieving it yourself. The dopamine hits either way. So your brain says, reward received, no need to move. That is why inaction feels easier than action. Watching feels easier than doing. Dreaming feels easier than building. And in the entire motivation industry, worth $45 billion is built on keeping you exactly there. Work life balance. You can't buy happiness. Be kind to yourself. You know what those phrases actually means? Stay where you are. Your insecurity is our income. Think of life as a game. When you reach level 2, level 1 feels easy. When you reach level 5, level 2 feels easy. But you have to play the game, not watch someone else play it and call it progress. Discomfort will not break you, it will make you. Everything you want is on the other side of the thing you are currently avoiding, and no motivational video will ever take you there. Let me tell you what actually works. Not theory, not research, my life. 3 months, no music, no motivation, just me, my body, and a goal. The first 3 or 4 days, I felt something energy, purpose, direction. That feeling people call motivation. Day 5, it was gone completely. Cramps, broken knees, ankle pain. Days when my body was telling me, stop, you're not built for this, go home. I didn't go home. There were days I ran twice, not because I wanted to, because the goal required it. And the goal was non negotiable. But here's the thing nobody tells you about those early days. Your brain and your body are not on the same team. Your brain wants a goal, your body wants a couch. You are stuck in the middle, fighting both of them every single session. And I chose to make it harder. I ran without music, no playlist, no podcast, no external noise to drown out the discomfort. Just my thoughts, just my body, just the road. Because music gives you a high, but when you are alone with yourself, that is where the real work happens. You face your thoughts, you fight them, you drag yourself forward when every signal in your body says stop. And then something happened. Slowly, so slowly, I almost didn't notice. The resistance started to disappear. The brain and body, they stopped fighting each other. They started working together. And when that happened, when everything finally aligned, I wasn't running anymore. I was flying. No resistance, no friction, no negotiation with myself every morning. Just moment, just momentum, just the result of 3 months of showing up when I didn't want to. That is not motivation. That is something completely different. That is your body and brain finally working as one, and it only happens after the discomfort, never before it. I want to tell you about Usain Bolt, the fastest human being who has ever lived. A man whose records nobody has touched to this day. I once heard him in an interview talking about his preparation for the Olympics vomiting, body pain, broken knees, ankle injuries. Sessions that pushed him to absolute collapse. At that time, I heard that. I didn't understand it. Why would the fastest man in the world need to suffer that much in preparation? Now I understand. The preparation was never about fitness, it was about sync. He was training his body and brain to eliminate every single point of resistance so that when he stepped onto the track, there was nothing left to fight, just pure momentum, just the result of everything he had already paid for. That is why nobody has broken his record. Not because he was the most talented, but because he was the most prepared. And preparation is not comfortable. Preparation is the price. Now let me show you what this looks like in your brain. There is part of your brain called basal ganglia. It is responsible for the automatic behavior, the things you do without thinking, without negotiating, without needing motivation. Research shows that in people who consistently do hard things, the basal ganglia is larger, more developed, more powerful. In people who avoid discomfort, it is smaller, weaker, less capable. Your brain physically changes based on what you demand of it. Every hard session, every day you show up without motivation, every moment you choose discomfort over comfort, you are literally building a better brain. And here is the timeline nobody tells you. You have heard that habits take 21 days. That is not true. The number came from a plastic surgeon observing how long physical wounds take to heal. Not behavior, not the brain, the actual research. University College London shows that habits take an average of 66 days, up to 254 days for harder behaviors. 66 days of showing up without motivation, without feeling ready, without waiting for the perfect moment. And after those 66 days, the behavior moves from conscious effort to automatic, from something you have to force to something your brain does without asking permission. That is what motivation industry will never sell you because it takes 66 days and they need you back tomorrow. Let me tell you where I am right now. I started this channel. My first video got 350 views. My second got 1, then 5, 7, then 8. People told me to stop. People who I respect, people who genuinely care about me, told me this is not working. Move on. I'm not moving on. Not because I'm motivated, because I have been here before. I have had days on track when my body gave up before my brain, and days when my brain gave up before my body, and I showed up anyway. And one day, they synced, and I ran 5 kilometers in under 20 minutes. Something people told me I couldn't do. This channel is the same race. I'm still in the preparation phase, still building the sync, still paying the price. And the day everything aligns, people will remember that this guy proved them all wrong. So here's what I want you to do. Not tomorrow, right now. Identify the one thing you have been waiting to feel ready for. The one goal you keep watching videos about instead of actually pursuing. Build a system around it, not someone else's system, yours. If you work best at 4 am, work at 4 am. If you work best at midnight, work at midnight. Don't let anyone dictate the shape of your consistency. Remove the leaks, the distractions, the procrastination, the unnecessary decisions that drain your energy before you even start. And then close this video. Not to watch another one, to go and do the one thing. Because the sync you are looking for, the moment when everything aligns, when your brain and body finally stop fighting each other and start flying together, that does not come from watching. It does not come from feeling ready. It does not come from motivation. It comes from showing up when you don't want to, again and again and again, until one day you are flying. I'm Jitinder. This is Breaking the Script, and I'll see you in the next one.